and there's a lot of connection between the Cyclones and the Ames minor hockey MHA. Even a maroon helmet out there on the Ames side. Right, so the refs got him out there for the lineup. I don't even have 25. I don't even know the name of the maroon goalie, and I do apologize for that. But in the fine tartan pants, then it's going to be Sam's, Balin Bardo, Ryan Fadley. 55 is Kale. 99 is Luke Battershall, Chad Fox, Roman Bacchus, and then your other defender, not in goal, Tyler Cox. Joseph. Jimenez Limas. All right. Running with a different goalie. So on your camera, we're going to be defending to your left and attacking to your right. There's one of the Ames hockey connections the other way, right in front of us. Luke Battershall was an excellent defender in front of Tig when Tig was in for Ames. Doing some swap. Kale. Chad Fox, normally a defender, is going to be a midfielder. All right. And Tig Sam's normally a midfielder, is running long pole defense. I need to pay attention to details here. So we've got a drop. It is loose. Fox gets it taken away. Ames moves in. It is tipped loose. Ryan Fadley, normally an attacker, defense. Bats it away, but it's picked up. Fadley sends it up to Balin Bardo, normally an attacker. He's running long stick up the far side. Trent Severson playing Ironman was just in the Maroon game. Now he's an attacker for this game. Testament to the fitness coaches beat into these Ankeny players. As often as Tigers come home shagged out. Trent challenging up the side. Luke Battershall picks it up. He fires, and it's their goalie takes a nice play by their goalie, but it hits the ground. One of their defensemen smartly gets it out of the way. Trent challenging. Zayden. Zyler Cox on the attack. Thought he was going to be a defender. I had my hands wrong. All right, Luke Battershall's going to start off after the whistle. He's working for a seam. Zyler sets a screen for him. Battershall splits it. And their goalie tries to bat it down, and I think it went in off a Luke Battershall shot. And the ref's indicating it is a goal. Here in the first, 1-0 Ames. I'm sorry, I went back to my hockey days. Not Ames, Ankeny Thunder. Whoops. Normally Tyke's the last line of defense for Ames, and now I'm all confused. All right, so I'll try and straighten out whatever the heck I'm looking at here. For defense, it's Joseph in goal. Sam's, Balin Bardo, Benjamin Hardikoff, normally a midi and two attackers. Trice Fox out here at midi. Declan O'Brien's going to take the draw. Carson McKeever's the other midi. Ref sets it up. Declan drives through, gets helped out by McKeever. Fox comes around the far side, picks it up, gets through his challenger, sends to Jackson Summerall, who tries bouncing one around, and they stick it away barely at the last moment, and it's sent loose. Ref indicates it's going to be Ankeny Thunder ball. They're going to continue on the attack. So Zeiler's far attack. Jackson Summerall is in close. He's got it. He tries flipping it for McKeever, but their goalie knocks it down. Declan comes out challenging, and he picks it up, goes on the move. Sends it to Zeiler. Cox. He sends it for Jackson Summerall, gets it on the bounce. He puts a move in. He does a spin, and gets it taken away, picks it back up, goes high over everybody's head, and puts one in. That's 2-0. That's Jackson just sticking with it. Rotating out. Got William Galloway. Your middies are going to be Chad Fox, Luke Battershell, I believe that's Kale taking the draw. Ref sets it up. Kale off the drive, scoops and moves. Getting challenged by Ames defender. Upfield. Zeiler, who shoots his wide left. On the inbounds. Goes wide and out of bounds. Battershot. Fires it in for Florer, who's also normally a defender, but is in the attack zone. Need to keep closer track of when they're substituting. That's going to go out bounds. Galloway tries to play. Kale picks it up. Aaron Cruz. He sends it forward for Kale. Sends it for Chad Fox. Normally a defender. He sends it high for Florer, and it looks like it's going to be out. Do some serious substituting. McKeever coming in. Tries Fox. One down by Carson McKeever. He's going to take it around the corner. Defender. Fires. Goal. Declan O'Brien. Solid shot. Middies are going to be Ryan make the draw. Carson McKeever, the farm finish. Galloway and Aaron Cruz. Declan picks it up, tipped away, goes out of bounds. Jackson Summerall putting pressure on. Roman Bacchus is an attacker. Nice save by the Ames goalie. Luke Battershill collects it. They try and send it out. He says Roman Bacchus, who flips it center, looking for Summerall from the net. Ground. Cyclone player picks it up and gets it taken away, and Luke Battershill's turning it around. Nice defensive play by Ames, and Luke Battershill goes out of bounds. It should stay ours. Are you okay? All right, we'll do this again. The ball comes right back at us. Apparently, it's Chad Fox comes in, flips for Trent, who fires it, and it goes high. And that's the end of the first. 3-0. I've been told that. I've been told that. My wife told me. I'm so sorry. It's all right. I think I already told you this. We butchered our kids' names just to make it tougher on people. Cruzy. I deeply apologize. Try and keep track of all the rotations for Thunder, bringing up a lot of Maroon players that are playing Iron Warrior, and they did their Maroon game, and now they're coming right back into action here against the Cyclones. Trying to sort out who my middies are. So my defenders are going to be Joseph in goal, Sams, Bardo, Chad Fox is mid. Nope. That's going to be Kale as the end. Luke Battershill is the far midi. Your attacker is going to be Siler, Severson, and Roman Bacchus. Yes, I have no idea where everyone is on the field. Coaches are just willy nilly, intentionally trying to mess this up for me. And of course, I'm intentionally trying to mess people's names up. So, Channel Song. Hill takes that and flips it for Luke Battershill. Gets it into Siler, who fires. And Siler, normally our stellar goalie scores a goal. We're going to sub out some people. Looks like Florer is coming in for the attack. Keeping Trent in there. Jackson Summerall is going to be an attacker. Chad Fox, the midi. Callaway's a midi. Luke Battershill's a midi. The defense, my son is playing around with his stick and not paying attention to the game. I can see that. 79 on your defense. Definitely have to have a talk with him. Hope the coaches notice that. Benjamin Hardikoff's your other defender, long stick. Galloway driving forward off the draw. Gets it and turns the corner. He's headed in. He looks for a high seam in the Ames goalie. Brings it down. Circles around. Jackson sends it. Cycling's trying to work it up the far side with Battershell on defense. The ball and the stick hit the ground. Battershell tries to get it out of the scrum. Trent Severson comes up with it on the far side. He's going to work around to Battershell up top. To Florer around the far side. He's going to make his move. He tries bouncing one in, and the defense knocks it down. Jackson Summerall picks up the loose ball. That was Trice Fox on a shot, and their goalie legged it away. On the inbounds, Jackson Summerall. Sends it in from McKeever. It goes wide and out of bounds. Summerall comes off for Aaron Cruzy. Trent Severson's got it. He's working it around. He gets sticked. Makes play. Tries to keep it alive with a good defender all over him. And it goes out of bounds. So, Cale McKeever, Trice Fox. And that one's into the scorer's bench. A lot of lucky fans, as Harry Carey would say. Balin Bardo, long stick going forward. And that was a shot by Cruzy that hit their goalie. It's counted as a save, but it's a good, clean shot. Trent Severson trying to work it in. He sees Cruzy in front, can't connect. Ball comes back to Trent. He's being challenged by a Cyclone defender. Out top to Cale. Cyclones like playing the man defense. He flips it to Cruzy, who at point blank puts it away. Goal, Cruzy. Nice setup, nice put away. The defense celebrating. And so, of course, they get removed from the game. So your middies are going to be Battershell, Galloway. And I believe that's going to be Chad Fox. Their defense is going to be Declan with a long stick. That's Seiler back there with a long stick, and Balin Pardo back there. So it's a strange look, but that's okay. Galloway goes forward, collects his off the draw, and he's through and heading in. To Jackson Summerall, it's sticked away by their goalie. Roman Bach is chasing and challenging. He's back behind the net with a defender all over him. Nice defense by Ames. He flips it out top to Battershell, who tries to fire it sidearm, and it goes wide. Right. Galloway off. And Bardo is in, still using the long stick, but now he's in the attack end. Chad Fox trying to work in. He gets a couple of defenders drawn to him. A couple more defenders drawn to him. Chad Fox just works his way through. And goal. So we're going to reset 6-0 in the second. Your middies are Bale and Bardo. It's like Galloway taking the face off, trying to see who's on my far side. Far side looks like Trice Fox. Your defenders, Declan O'Brien, Zyler, Galloway. Draw, still moving in. Dodging defender, fires, and their goalie knocks it down. Nice save, goalie. Galloway picks up the long rolling rebound. He flips it wide to Bale Lombardo, who's using a long stick in the attack end. There's some raking for it. Bardo comes up to Galloway. Sams has come in as an attacker and shot by Galloway. Their goalie nets it, but the flags come down. Okay, we'll be man up for a minute. We've got Trice Fox in the attack end. We've got Trice Fox, William Galloway, Tyke Sams, Florer, Roman Bacchus, and Hardikoff. They're trying to work it in, but Ames breaks it up nicely. Sams tries scooping it up, ends up Hardikoff comes up with that long stick. He goes to fire it and sends it into next week, but not in the goal. Starting in by the Cyclones. They flip to the side. More people are slipping on this grass. We had that a couple of games. Cyclones try sending it long, and it ends up going out of bounds. So that's going to be to our defender, Declan O'Brien. And he's going to hand off to Benjamin Hardikoff. And he's going to start upfield. I'm being told 1 minute left here in the first half. Hardikoff. It's Trice Fox. Can't quite. Sam's fighting for it. Sams collects with a defender on him. Gets a nice screen from Hardikoff, and that might have been a little more screen than we planned, and the ball's going to turn around. Galloway coming out for Kale, I believe. It's sent forward, but read by Hardikoff, who turns around and takes it up. Hardikoff to Sams. He's trying to get a pass to Florer, but it gets broken up, and he picks up the knocked loose ball. Takes a tap on the helmet, looked very unintentional, but helmet anyway. Tige shoots, and it gets knocked away, so that's going to be half. So going to halftime, 6-0, Ankeny Thunder gold. I'm only assuming that the scramble of player positions is going to continue through the second half, and I will continue to stumble, but I will get Cruzy's name right this time. I've only been reminded previously. Great to see a whole lot of Maroon players up. Not just here at the school game, just came off a tough game. I believe against Johnston. Waukee White. I shouldn't. I'm being told that the Maroon team played Waukee White. So this is Joseph back-to-back goalie games. And then I know Trent Severson played early. I imagine Cruzy and a couple of others. Probably Florer. Probably Trice Fox out there. I'm getting tired just watching them run, and they're going for a second full game out here in the heat. So we're going to switch ends for the second half. Joseph will take his goal, which will be on the right side of your screen, and will be attacking headed left. Looks like your attackers are going to be Battershall, Sams, and Bacchus. Battershall normally a defender. Bacchus normally a defender. Sam's normally a midi. Taking the draw is going to be Siler. That's going to be and Carson McKeever are going to be at least opening this second half. I believe it's 8-0. I'm looking for the number 6 jersey. That was what Tig wore when he was the Cyclones not that long ago. Finding out that Ballard's a feeder program for Ankeny. Declan O'Brien will take the draw here to start the second half. Ref sets it up. Declan with the drive. Jackson Summerall collects. He flips it in for Tig up front, and Tig can't hold on to it, so he has to chase down a loose ball. Comes around, flips it. Wait. Looking for Jackson. Jackson tried doing the Ryan Fadley from the earlier game and doing the full extension with the stick and just a little high. Cyclones looking way upfield, launch, and it is read all the way by Carson McKeever. Seiler sends it back to Joseph, to his goalie, who's bringing it up. Sends it. It's a little over where Bacchus was, but Luke Battershall runs it down, flips it net front for Sams, who gets run into by a goalie and a crowd of defenders. Bacchus tries to flip it to Sams. It hits the ground. Sams picks it up. He's working it around the net. He's looking. He looked inside. Flipped it to Battershall. Battershall tried to get a shot off, but got defended well. Jackson Summerall out here looking for who's going to come open. Flips it to Declan O'Brien. He works his defender. Charges net front, and Declan O'Brien scores off Jackson Summerall's feed. It's 7-0 here in the third. Referees are still out here. I'm only seeing the one. Is there only one ref now? A long day for running around with the kids. So your midi, Trent Severson. I'm not sure who's taking the draw. It's going to be Cruzy. He's fighting through a couple of Cyclones. Carson McKeever breaking up a start, but now Cyclones are on the charge. Their shots netted down by our goalie, Joseph, who is taking it up the far side. Joseph still on the move. He takes a nice screen from Florer. Not the goalie. The ball went down. He gets his own loose ball, takes it up, and scores. So going the distance. All right, so your attackers: Chad Fox, Sam's, Florer. Close midi is going to be Cruzy. Taking the draw is going to be Trent Severson. And it's Trice Fox on the far side. Your defenders are Kale, Bardo, and I believe that's Carson McKeever out there. Ref sets it up. Trent with the push. Gets brushed. Trent turns around. Ames collects it and has an opportunity here, but our goalie nets it from arm's length. Sends it wide, and Trent picks up the loose ball, and he's advancing. He gets draws two defenders, and he flips it to Roman Bacchus, who's trying to work his defender. And Roman Bacchus, normally a defender, gets his shot. Rolled off a screen. Puts it in. Okay, so your attackers are going to be Chad Fox, Luke Battershall, and Roman Bacchus. Zeiler has now moved to midi. It's like Galloway's going to take the draw. That's Bailey. Galloway forward, off defender, shoots wide. Chad Fox tries to get the extension, but it's given to Cyclones. Hey, Zeiler's going to take the inbounds. He flips it to Battershall. We weren't quite ready for the speed there. Battershall picks up the loose ball on the far side. He's getting some work from the defenders. Flip it to Zeiler, who goes to step around, tries to spike and gets it defended away. Defend breaks it up. Galloway turns it around for Battershall, who off the pipe, goalie's favorite sound. Defenders are Kale, McKeever, Balin Bar, and I was not even watching that. You got that one? Is that a score? So Roman Bacchus gets apologize for Patterson, Bacchus, Fox are your attackers. We're going to go to the rolling start. Balin Bardo slipped in the grass. Bardokoff moving through a forest of sticks. And he takes a trip. There's a flag. Sams has the ball. Sams comes in. firing it just wide. Yeah, that'll be 7-9, just like his goalie number. Sam's bring in the inbounds. And the one ref blows the whistle saying it's good to go. Sam's comes in. And once Sam's gets. All right, we're going to do some big substitution. We have definitely got a deeper bench than the Cyclones. Sprinkled in with the maroon call ups. They can't have fresh legs because they just did a whole game against Bucky White. So I believe this is going to be. Nope, this is going to be the rolling start, but Cruzy's going to be the first person they face in the rolling start. All right, Cyclones are rolling. Try and bring it in against Balin Bardo defending. Trent Severson's in there. Galway knocks it down. The flag comes down. Ames has the ball, and it's netted down by Joseph, and the penalty is going to be enforced. And they're going to send off McKeever for a trip. And that's going to be the end of the third. 11-0. Sometimes they force them in between numbers. Sometimes they just let them breathe because they're doing some work. Up chest. Pull up. Coach is doing his assignments, and I will wait and try and tell you who's where once he's. Trent Severson's picked up a long pole, so assuming he's going defense. Ryan Fadley, long pole. It's a 9. I'm trying to identify if it's a 9 jersey. That's Ryan Fadley. Joseph headed back to his goal. His defenders are going to be Fadley, Kale, and Bart. Nope, pulling a couple of. I'm not sure what's going on. I see Fadley. I see Kale. I see Sams. Bardo. Battershaw. Laying down. Cyclones try firing it to another person, but it gets broken up. And we're up the far side with Kale and a long pole. It goes forward for Roman Bacchus. Cyclones pick it up, and their player is off to the races. Seiler with a nice tap and take. He's coming. He fires it. It's wide. He tries Fox at the attack end. Bacchus. Seiler on the other. Roman shucks it. The defender uses his body to. Ames goalie nets down a shot from Battershell. Nice catch. He's looking for anybody open. He moves forward. Sees somebody up the far sideline, but it's picked up by Hardikoff. Bender from behind him just about got him. Just about picked his pocket. Hardikoff looking, try and move on Schomer, who is a person I know from Ames. That's not happening. He's too good a defender. Definitely in hockey. There were a number of people that Ty counted on to be there when he needed them. Bacchus tries firing his bounce shot, and it's sticked around. It's coming loose. Cyclone player picks it up. Battershell picks up that stick, and it gets out of bounds. Seiler's going to be playing it in. Inside for Battershell. Battershell takes it top. Flips it out to Balin Bardo, who's back in. He flips in for Battershell, who tries walking in and gets met by a defender who flips it free. Nick is launched. Trying to get past Jackson, and he picks it up. He looks long for Declan O'Brien with a long stick, who sends it perfectly to Bacchus. So, but defended well by Ames. Bardo sends it across for Hardikoff, who tries and turns and fires the low shot. His own and the other team and misses wide. Balin Bardo for Cruzy fires and it gets into a body. Oh, and a loose, I was going to say loose puck, because that's what it looked like. Loose ball rolls into the goal for anybody's goal. Told there's 6 minutes left to play. We're 12-0 here in the fourth. We're going to have Cruzy, Sams, Galloway knocks it down. Cruzy makes a play on it. Ames is able to work through. They flip it to their open person who shoots wide. And it's going to go out of bounds. Summerall's back on defense. Trent Severson's back on defense. Declan O'Brien on defense. It's forward to midfielder Sams, who sees Seiler, who puts it in the net. Seiler's not inconspicuous. He's a big boy. Large gentleman, excuse me. This is from Sam. Seiler, normally the goalie, scores a goal. Rolling start for the Cyclones. Comes loose. It's ball finds a seam and the Cyclones are into the corner. He flips it net front, but can't hang on to it. There's Chad Fox trying to fight through, and he comes up with it through a mob. Acrobatic. He's still going. Chad Fox. He flips it to Fadley for the long switch. Cyclones turn it around and have a good 3-on-3. Not able to connect the pass. Kale breaks that up with Trent Severson in pursuit. It's up the sidelines for Galloway. 4 minutes left. Galloway looking for Florer. Tries to reach him, can't quite. Bacchus trying to collect, but Cyclones take it away, and they get it going the other way. But it is right into Trent Severson, who bodies it and then collects it with a long pole. And then he sends it long. Kinnick Schomer for Cyclones in pursuit, using that long stick. So Florer, Galloway. I believe that's Trice Fox back behind the net. Balin Bardo up top for Ryan Fadley, who's got a long stick. He drops, picks it. Back to Bardo. He sees Florer up front. Gets his shot, his stick blocked. But real nice look, real nice cut. Fox to Bardo. High to Fadley, who fires it, and their goalie swats it away. Nice play. Bardo looking for Galloway or Florer, both dashing in and out to keep the defense working. Flips it point blank to Galloway, who puts it out of our tacklers. Tyler's going to be in. Looks like Chad Fox's attack. So your defenders, McKee, Severson, Kale. Tigers defense. We have to. Zeiler coming in. Looks for Cruzy. Cruzy gets it, his stick knocked, pickpocketed. Swats it away. Picked up by Battershell. He's going to bring it up the far side. He flips it in for Chad Fox. For Zeiler in net front. He's able to get another one through. It's Schomer on him. But when he's that close, no stopping. We're told 1 minute of game left. Defenders, Kale, Severson, McKeever, Battershell, Galloway, Hardikoff reads a nice pick. He's a midi, and he's moving up the field. He looks to fire it hard, and their goalie makes the save. Nice save, goalie. He outlets to a long hole to the side, who sends it long up the far line, and it's still loose with Severson in pursuit. Well, players might be a little confused running to a different goalie. It's Aiden. Thanks to the one ref left after a long, hard day. he would he would sneak in to and be. He just doesn't want to be the show. I know the officer who's his security detail. He doesn't want to take away from his kids' sports. It would be a hard life. You're not watching for people lurking behind you?